Hello everyone, and happy Friday, May 20th. Inflation is impacting all of us, from the price of gas to used cars, travel, the cost of a box of cereal. Today I wanted to discuss the impact of inflation on investors and how that ties into your long-term planning goals. Economists are not exactly certain how long this latest wave will last, but everyone sure has an opinion. In my continuing effort to educate my clients, let's take a look at the chart behind me here. Inflation is represented by the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which measures the average change in prices over time that consumers pay for a basket of goods and services. Here you can see the average annual total return of stocks, T-bills, and bonds compared to inflation since 1926, and yes, this includes the Great Depression. As you can see, the massive dip in the late 20s. It's amazing how rewarded an investor is when he or she stays invested. The next chart now shows us a dollar growing since 1926. Look at the S&P 500 index, rather conservative, a whopping $14,000. So what's my point? It can be tempting to shy away from risk in investing, especially during times of market turmoil. But the reality is that all investments carry some degree of risk. This chart demonstrates taking on a certain amount of risk is necessary to stay ahead of inflation and should be factored in when assessing long-term financial goals, as we do with each and every one of you. Remember, when we built your plan and we continue to adjust that plan, we discussed the concept of the buckets, meaning you don't need all of your savings available in cash the day you retire. You need some today, tomorrow, and many, many years down the road. So those of you watching that are clients, you know the bucket system and the strategy. For instance, bucket 1 are funds that you're going to use sooner than buckets 2 and 3. So more conservative. Buckets 2 and 3, you may not tap into those funds for 15 to 25 or more years, allowing those funds to be more growth oriented. And like we are experiencing now, perhaps they are lower. So in closing, inflation is not fun, but we must stay disciplined with a well-diversified portfolio, and as most of you know, you'll be well rewarded long term. If you're not a client and want to learn more, call and email me, and together we can get to work and make certain your life savings are allocated appropriately. With that, have a great Friday and a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.